Hello, you. It is me. And I just needed to verify because I'm not completely sure. Is this. Oh, sorry. Trash pickup. I don't know if you can hear that. But I mean, hey, that's life. Things happen. Trash needs to be picked up and taken out. Anyway, is this Brie? Because I've seen Brie recently. I know that she's lost quite a bit of weight, which, good for her, good for her health. I'm not against any of that. But I know that she was a bigger girl for a while. So is this her? And the reason why I bring it up is because I was watching a video that Audacious Audrey put up. And I think it was Brie too, pretending to be a 19-year-old British man who talks just like her, does everything just like her, interrupts just like her. I mean, even the verbiage was exactly like Brie. So, I mean, come on. But, I mean, if it was a British man, that's fine too. I don't believe it was, but anyway. Um, Brie, in my opinion, pretending to be a British boy, um, just it was ad hominem the whole time, the whole time they're talking. Um, well, you look fat, you look old. I'll say but it's Brie, he, Brie. Um, the person said that she was fat, that she was, going on 70. It was all physical attacks, that she's old, that she's stupid. Um, None of that has to do with what Audrey was talking about, though. That's why it's called an ad hominem. It's a um, fallacy. They attack the person instead of discussing the issue, which, I mean, if you hear people do this, then honestly, they're not good debaters. Two, they're probably not very smart debaters. And three, they probably don't know what they're talking about, or know so little about what they're talking about that they can't keep on topic and they have to attack their opponent. That's what they did the whole time. They had very few points. The only point that they were trying to make was that Gypsy was abused, and that's why she did what she did, murdered her mother. And I'm not saying that's right, but this is, the person talking. I'm not saying that's right, but that they were feeling desperate and they had to do it, which is just bunk. It's not true. It's just not true. Listening to Gypsy talk about her mother, not once. If she's just talking a regular conversation, she has very fond memories of her mother. The only time she talks about abuse is when she's trying to push a point with somebody who's arguing with her that she wasn't abused. And she wasn't abused. There could have been possibly some mental abuse. Oh, baby, just pretend that you're a few years younger so that we can get this treatment. But I don't even know if that's really, I mean, is it abuse? It's taking advantage, but is it abuse? I never anyone except for family who they seem to lie out their mouth constantly, have said anything. All family, not family, the friends, they talk about how nice Dee Dee was and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I don't need to go through this over and over again. But it's only family who hated her that seemed to, really get on her. And I find it so absurd. She was supposedly the favorite of her mother. Well, She did have a heart murmur. Maybe she had other things as well, but just a heart murmur is a medical issue. And there's good reason why she was babied and why she couldn't go out and play all the time, etc. Because her mother was looking out for her. Isn't it interesting that her siblings all seem incredibly jealous of that? Instead, why didn't the siblings just stay inside and play with her? That was a decision they made. Oh, well, I want to go outside. Okay, go outside. But Dee Dee can't go out. Or her mother won't let her out because she's afraid. And when you have a sick child, of course you're going to be afraid. Of course you're going to be a little more clingy. That only makes sense. And that's how Dee Dee was raised. So, of course, she did the same with Gypsy, who was a sick child, who possibly could have had a form of cancer that they fought off and won, which is great. But I hate that Gypsy gives her mother no credit for saving her life. Because if Dee Dee treated Gypsy like Gypsy treats supposedly Aurora the baby, Dee Dee wouldn't be, or not Dee Dee, Dee Dee would probably still be alive. But Gypsy wouldn't. And I just want to make that so very clear. With the problems she had starting at birth, but she had to have that machine on her for the sleep apnea at like 3 months. Even the grandfather said he'd hear it beeping and then we'd have to go wake up Gypsy. Yeah, exactly. Because she was a sick child. Because she had breathing issues, most likely connected to why they had to take the glands out of her mouth, It's all connected. It's all connected as part of the microdeletion. But she pushes it away like, oh no. And then somehow Rod is the hero. The guy who left, who hadn't seen you for like 10 years, that's the hero of the story? Even if he gave some money, he should have given more. Mothers who are on Medicaid are because the fathers aren't taking care of their children. Mothers who go to charities and churches to try to help pay the light bill are because the fathers aren't doing their part to help raise the child and take care of some of the expenses needed. I mean, let's not forget, Dee Dee quit her job to take care of Gypsy full time. And Gypsy, who doesn't even have a job, does nothing with Aurora the baby, if Aurora exists. And I saw a recent picture of Gypsy with Aurora. That's a different baby. Which is why I appreciate, once again, Rose Red pointing that out. That there's been like 5 different babies. This one looks much older, a little chunkier. Maybe the baby that she was feeding before, the little chunky monkey. I mean, it could be the same baby. Who knows? But I appreciated so much Rose Red putting out those different photos because none of them look like the same baby. That's what she was talking about. It wasn't exposing a child. It was saying, hey, which one is it? I think that way too. Which one is it? Or does it exist? And was it Rose Red or Pink Chihuahua this morning? I think it was Rose Red who put out a video showing Ken feeding a baby doll. That wasn't a real baby. To me, that just proves that everybody is in this ruse together. Maybe Ken is getting sick of it, which is why you don't see him so much anymore. But it's just all bullshit. It really is. And the only way they can fight back is to attack what you look like. Or in my case, I got attacked saying, "Stop lisping." I talk the way I talk. If you don't like it, then don't listen. I mean, honestly, what a stupid comment. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I stutter. Those are the days where I probably won't make a video because I don't want to stutter. But, what a stupid comment to make. They've made comments, somebody has made comments about, "Oh, you're stupid." And what was another one? I can't remember them all. They're so dumb. There's usually one or two in every video that I do where they say something really stupid. And it's just like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Get to the point. And watching this video with Audrey, I mean, she just finally said, "Okay, I'm stupid. Does that make you feel better?" I don't think anything can make these people feel better unless she kept quiet. But the thing is, she's a really good content creator. She's really good. Pink Chihuahua's really good. Red Rose, really good. Becca Scoops, do I need to say anything? Of course she's really good. There's so many content creators out here that are making fantastic content, that are talking about things that maybe we missed, maybe we didn't notice, or something new to the table. You're like, holy shit, that doesn't match with anything. Like the fact that all these pictures of babies, none of them are blonde. And one of the pictures showed a baby with brown eyes. Where's the blue eyes? Why so many lies? Everything is lies. And here, some idiot, whether it's Brie or not, I'm guessing it's Brie, because it sounded just like her, it is telling a great content creator, "Oh, you're stupid and you're fat and you're ugly and you're old. Oh my God, your husband's 9 years older. Ew." What? Are you kidding me? I'm surprised she didn't just laugh at how stupid this person was, whether it was Brie or not, but I'm pretty sure it was Brie, in my opinion. I mean, I hope she didn't take offense to anything that person said, because none of it was based on any evidence that Gypsy was abused or neglected in any way, shape, or form, and that Gypsy is an innocent little baby victim, because she's not. There's nothing that I have seen that shows that she was an innocent little baby victim. She even lied about the shed. That, I mean, when you see things like that, it just kind of clinches it. It's just like, yeah, I get it. She said she's just a liar. She said that it was a dirt floor. It's not a dirt floor. She said it was messy. It was actually quite clean. And there were all these bugs in there, but you could see like bug spray there, like sitting down on the ground, on the floor. Yeah, obviously they were doing things to try to keep the bugs away. It's all lies. Everything she says is lies. And I just but that interaction was hilarious. Go see it. Go see it. There's like a part 1 and a part 2. I just saw the second half of it, and oh my God. I don't know if I could have kept from just laughing hysterically at this individual who attacks what she looks like, but doesn't have anything to say to defend Gypsy. What are you there for? You can talk over people all you like. It doesn't change the evidence that is out there. And that's what they have a real problem with. I wonder if they're doubting themselves now. I wonder if they're doubting Gypsy at all. Because she is a convicted murderer. That is true. That is in evidence. That is out there. She went to prison. Not for long enough, in my opinion. But she went to prison for being a murderer. That doesn't change. Everything she says is lies, and evidence is out there to prove that she's lying. Do you think they're doubting her yet? Do you think it'll be that they will continue to defend Gypsy, and once they see what a piece of crap she is, it'll be too late? She'll have thrown them under the bus, and possibly they'll get arrested. Because a lot of the stuff they're doing is illegal. They just haven't been officially caught yet. But we've seen the evidence. So, the threats, the doxing, we've seen all that. You can go to prison for that, by the way. I mean, I think it depends on the state that you're in, but it's definitely illegal. What Gypsy's minions are doing is illegal. You can't do that. And if you get thrown under the bus by Gypsy, you could do some jail time. Do you think they'll figure it out before that happens? I don't know. I don't know why they are so strongly defending Gypsy in the first place. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But to go on a live and then attack somebody for the way they look or how old they are, that's not an attack. Again, ad-hominem. Look it up. Fallacy. They really don't know what they're doing, and they're going to get themselves into some big trouble if they don't stop this, because they're attacking a lot of different creators. A lot. And it's dangerous if those creators get together, and report what has been done, even just so far. They could get into some big trouble. I hope that they're starting to realize that. I don't think so. But defending a murderer who murdered in cold blood because she just wanted her mother gone, I mean, that's sick. And there's obviously some mental illness running rampant. I don't like these people, but I'm always the protective person in cases like this. Like don't put yourself into this vulnerable position where you are going to end up getting hurt. And hurt, I mean getting arrested, going to prison, maybe doing community service. I don't know. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but to me, they're putting themselves in a really vulnerable state that they may not be able to get out of. That's dangerous. And I feel that way for just about anybody. Like, don't do that. You might not be a person that I like, but I don't necessarily want to see you go to jail because you protected a murderer. I don't know. You guys tell me what you feel. This whole thing is ridiculous. But go see the video with Audrey, because it's pretty funny. I hope she wasn't offended. I don't think she was. I hope she wasn't, and she shouldn't be, because people who are just attacking you because they have nothing else to say. I mean, obviously that's they don't know how to debate. They don't know what they're doing, and you just gotta feel sorry for them, I guess. Anyway, thank you for listening. Lots of comments down below. If you want to donate to the channel, I will remember this time to put the link. And that's all I got to say.